I doubt it was air conditioned with my.
Yeah, no, they weren't.
Grandpa was with me.
And I just learned that recently because one of my coworkers told me that they actually used to open the windows to all the cars because they didn't have air conditioning, so they get the air flowing with opening the windows.
Oh yeah.
So where you are right now is our caboose. There used to be 3 workers that were stationed in this caboose at one time. And as you can see, there is only 1 bed. So they worked around 16-hour shifts and 8-hour breaks. And their breaks included, what?
8-hour breaks.
Their breaks included cooking for themselves as well as any hobbies that they had. So really they weren't sleeping for 40
I was going to say, and sleeping too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that black stove is basically just where they cook their food. They also turned it on in the colder seasons to heat up the caboose. So the first worker I'm going to talk about is the flagman, and he used those flags up to my left. When the caboose would come to a stop, he would hop out of the caboose and pick one side of the train he'd like to stand on and just hold the flag. That would signal to other trains passing and going, just that we're stopped. Each flag meant something different, so I personally don't know what the flags mean, but the other worker in here was the brakeman. If you look out these windows, you'll see a red steering wheel.
Oh yeah.
Those actually turned, and that just brakes the train in general. There's brakes in the front, so in the engine, and then there's brakes in the caboose. So all the cars in between would just kind of get sandwiched, and then they'd stop. Before that, though, they would have.
So are you saying that the brakes on here will slow the whole train?
They will, because there's brakes in the engine as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about tons and tons of.
It takes a couple miles. It took a couple miles to stop. For
Okay.
sure. Yeah. That's why, once we get to Tower, I kind of explain it a little bit, but it took them at least 10 miles to stop before they even got to where they needed to stop. Yeah. But prior to the brakes on the caboose and then the engine, they used to have brakes on every car. So the brakeman would jump from car to car and turn the brakes. He wouldn't jump, it's like a step. But he'd do it while the train was going. So he'd turn all the... And trains back then weren't 200 cars long, they were like 30.
Gee.
So.
30, still.
Yeah,
That's still a lot.
So when did they stop doing that on every car?
I don't know when they stopped doing all the brakes.
So why did they stop doing that? Because they had it on the
Because then
engine and the
They
caboose?
just figured out that they don't need the big brakes for every single car, and they could just do it between the caboose and the engine.
Okay. Wow.
So the flagman and the brakeman, 2 workers that were in here. The last one is the conductor. Most movies do depict the conductor in the front of the train. And now that the caboose is no longer in commission, he is in the front of the train. But when the caboose was in service, he sat right at that green desk right there for most of his shift. He did get up, walk around, do his hobbies, use the restroom and whatnot. But he did all the paperwork for the train, so he knew where the train was going, the train model number, what the train was lugging, and then any safety debriefs that the train needed to go through. He did all that. He was also the highest paid worker on this train as well. Once the caboose was discontinued, he then moved to the front of the train. Are there any questions?
Were they really tall?
Yes.
This chair is incredibly. It's got a huge
I
back.
had to make a nice chair for a very high paid worker.
Yeah.
Big. You can really
And
relax.
this guy would also be up in the cupola,
The
right?
cupola, yes. You would, yeah. So as you walk down this hallway, you'll come across 2 cupolas on your right and left. That was mainly for the conductor, but it also was for any worker that wanted to get up there. During the breaks, they get up there and just look around the train. It extends 8 inches left and right, so just a little bit and allows you to look around the train, see if any hobos hopping on. Trains come through here today. Yesterday was our busiest day. Oh my! There was one every 5 minutes.
Oh God.
It was crazy.
30 trains?
Yesterday was our busiest day, and they were all the exact same train. So it was there were no cool trains coming through yesterday. Yes.
So this guy's like drinking. I guess it's a soda. Looks like he's drinking some whiskey there.
He is. He's drinking on the job right there.
Taking it.
And then as you walk down, once you get to the end, you'll see this plaque. That's the plaque I was talking about earlier. That's just what put the caboose basically out of business. It's called the end of train device. It's a little gray or yellow box, and it's stuck on the back of the last car, right there in that picture. And it does everything the caboose does in a little gray technological advancement. Checks the brakes pressure every certain seconds, as well as the air pressure, so they don't have to pay 3 different salaries the whole time. So
Every 40 seconds.
yes,
Hmm.
yes,
They call it a Fred and Wilma.
So,
yes, they
but
do.
when the guy turns a wheel out here, is that actuating the gas or the pressure to go to each one of the car's brake system?
Turn
I mean-
this wheel.
Yeah.
So they don't have.
I
these
mean, you have
wheels
air
on.
brakes on here,
Yes,
right?
yes,
I mean, that's what stops the train.
correct. Now, yes.
But back there, they didn't.
Back in when they had cabooses in commission, no, they would have to turn these. That would lock up the wheels.
So they had to be strong.
Yeah, they would have to.
Probably had to
turn
be a
these.
pretty strong guy.
This thing actually clicks. Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
So they would just turn that, and it would brake. Obviously, it was much harder than that because the train was going, but that's basically how the brakes would work. But now, yeah, they're all air pressured, and it checks them every 40 seconds.
And that can all be controlled by the engineer up front. right?
Correct. Correct.
He controls all that now.
Correct. Yes. The engineer and the conductor. Perfect. We'll make our way out this door into Tower 17.